When you decide to go for camping, the only thing in mind is excitement and adventure. Escaping from hustle and bustle of the regular life, the bushwalks, the fresh air, and being in nature and near wildlife. But your camping trip can suddenly turn belly up with just a little bit of negligence and lack of preparation. So here are the 10 mistakes that will land you in trouble and how you can avoid them. First is lack of preparation for the weather. Nothing spoils the trip more than being ill prepared for the weather. The weather can change abruptly, and if you don't know how it's going to be, you won't be able to adequately prepare for it. Imagine no raincoat when it rains, no sunscreen, sunglasses, hats for the scorching sun, no woolen socks, warm jumpers for the cold nights. So keep track of weather forecast before your trip. It will save you heaps of problems. Second is not carrying first aid kit. Accidents can happen anytime. That's why they are called accidents in the first place. You may not be able to anticipate them, but you can certainly take precautions and prepare for them. Camps usually have first aid kits, but they may be understocked, expired, or simply unusable at times. Furthermore, camps are in remote places where medical aid is not readily available. If you carry first aid, it will help you shrug off small cuts and bruises. And in case of serious injuries, a first aid kit will help you to stay out of danger till aid arrives or you reach a place where you can get some medical attention. Third is not bringing plenty of food and water. There is a rule of 3, which states you can live without food for 3 weeks, without water for 3 days, and without air for 3 minutes. Fortunately, you don't have to bring air with you. Now, the different type of air. But food and water are another matter. However, it is not that simple. You see, you will need water for purposes other than drinking as well. You may need it for washing your plates or even taking a shower if you are not near a water source. So you have to plan and bring in more water than you anticipate to cover any wastage as well. Now food needs a different treatment. Not only it is better to carry more food than you may require for your trip, in case you have to adopt an unprepared camper, you will also need to seriously think preserving it for the duration of your trip. Bugs, insects and microbes really love your food. If your food is not stored properly in airtight containers and insulated coolers, you will soon find out why food poisoning and camping are a deadly combination. Fourth is messing with the wildlife. They look cute, right? What about now? Messing with wildlife can turn ugly really fast. Even the cutest of animals can feel threatened and they may attack you. And if movies have taught us something, feeding animals always goes south. But to be candid, it is not always us humans who are at fault here. Some animals may look cute, but they can be crafty when it comes to raiding your camp. So ensure that your tent and campsite are secured properly. Fifth is messing with campfires. Now the phrase playing with fire is specifically invented to show this emotion. Unfortunately, some people only learn with experience rather than with example. There is a difference between campfire in your backyard and in wilderness. Backyard campfires seldom become unmanageable, but wildfires can really go away. California, Australia and Brazil's Amazon rainforest are some good examples of showing wildfires going completely unmanageable. This is why most of the campgrounds have dedicated place to start a fire, and none of the national parks allow campfires during drought or warm seasons. If you still want to play with fire, keep it at least 3 meters away from your tent in a clear space. Also keep in mind that dry and windy weather can rapidly spread fire, so avoid it during those conditions. Leaving the fire unattended is another big mistake. Always put it out when you are not using it. Sometimes adults may be level-headed, but kids are kids. Their curiosity has no bounds, and everything is a game for them. Imagine the disaster when shiny new thing called campfire meets their curiosity. It can never be a safe combination. So make sure to educate and supervise the kids near fire so they don't hurt themselves. Sixth is driving rashly around campgrounds and wilderness. Now there are places where you drive rashly. Campgrounds are not one of them. People are generally carefree during camping, and they are not anticipating speeding headlights staring at them when they are having a glass of wine outside their tent. It's also a place where kids are allowed to let loose and run around freely. An adult may get out of the way of your speeding SUV. Kids won't. Another angle to it is large population of wild animals in national parks. You can often see them in the middle of the road. If you hit a person, they can seriously get hurt. But if you hit a large wild animal, you can seriously get hurt. In fact, in some places, the problem can get so bad that it is better to avoid driving there during sunrise or sunset because the animals are hyperactive. Now, seventh is not choosing shelter and campsite wisely. Imagine you choose a camp with perfect view. There is a river flowing next to your camp and you are pitched under a tree. Then rain comes and flash flood drains you and your tent away. After that unhealthy tree you were camping under falls on you. That's why choosing the right campsite is so important. Some of the things you can do to avoid it is to have your tent about 200 feet away from any water source. Pitch at a higher ground, not pitch your tent below a tree. Apart from the danger I just mentioned, it can be threatening to the animal or bird living on the tree. But have trees and boulders around your camp so that they can break the wind. Look for a level ground and remove any sharp objects you may find. Make sure there is a drainage. choosing the right shelter can also enhance your experience. You can position your tent so you get the maximum sun in the winters or get the most shade in the summers. Now 8th is not using sun protection for your skin. If you are from a colder part of the world, you may be craving for some sun. However, roasting yourself is not the way to go about it. According to the National Cancer Institute, skin cancer is the most common type of cancer. And guess what? The biggest cause of skin cancer is overexposure to the sun, or specifically UV rays in the sunlight. Contrary to popular belief, these rays don't give you superpowers, just plain old cancer. So next time, use the right sunscreen, wear a hat or use an umbrella to protect your skin. 9th is not drinking enough water. Now, we may have left our fish days some 370 million years ago, but we still need some water to survive. You see, without water, your body doesn't work properly and dehydration can get pretty serious very fast. It starts with feeling tired and dizziness, but prolonged dehydration can lead to confusion, fainting and even heart attack in some severe cases. 2 liters of water is so very important, preferably with electrolytes to replenish minerals in your body. Last is not taking proper precautions while doing physical activities. For some, camping is only fun with activities like hiking, swimming, walking, jogging or biking. They are also some of the leading activities where you can hurt yourself. So always bring proper gear such as jackets, protective gear, sturdy shoes and helmet for your safety. Alright, that's about it. And for those who liked the video, here's the clip of Hulk smashing Loki. Vinita.
Puny God.